welcome everybody to the Latin News Network. My name is Jose, and this is my review for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a movie I was really excited to see. Of course, a sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but I think back in 2018. I love that film. It was one of my favorite films that year, and I think personally it's probably, in my opinion anyway, the best Spider-Man on film we've seen, live action or animated. It doesn't matter. I love that film, so I was looking forward to this one. Of course, continuing the story of one Miles Morales here, a young kid, bitten by a spider and all that, and learned to come on his own under the tutelage of one of many Peter Parkers across the universe, the Spider-Verse, I guess, if you will. This one here, picking up kind of where that movie left off, right? We still got Miles Morales a little bit bigger, a little bit older, and he's becoming the hero that he wants to be, but still struggling with the fact that of his own identity, and he's kind of trying to learn how to deal with being who he is and still trying to be just a regular person, particularly his son. Because parents play a big role in the first film, and as they do here. And eventually he gets kind of pulled back into the craziness that is the Spider-Verse. We got Gwen Stacy's character, played by Haley Steinfeld, who comes back here, seeks to reach out to him. She hasn't seen him in a while, and all of a sudden they get involved in this big situation with the universe that's going on, and with the baddie here, who I think his name is Spot, who did a good job of tying him in to the events of the first film. And I'll leave it at that in terms of story, because the less you know, the better when it comes to this film. You should go in there as blind as it is, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on here, a lot of great Easter eggs and references that get thrown your way, and about dozens and dozens of other Spider-Man all over the place, which really worked out well. There's a lot to see in this film, but I'll say this because, as much as I love the first one, I thought this was a better film. And it's rare you say that, particularly when the bar is set so high. I mean, I just saw Flash really early a couple of weeks ago, and that was my favorite film of the year. This has surpassed it as my favorite film of the year, which is a bold statement, because I really like Flash, and both movies are somewhat similar in terms of what they're trying to accomplish, more or less. But yeah, I thought, first of all, the animation is amazing. Of course, the first film was great, and at first, based on the trailer from the first film, I thought I was gonna hate the animation, and when you see it in context with the whole film, I end up loving it. And here, to take it to a whole new level, it's improved. So many details. It's like one, a work of art after another, right? The way it's tailored, the way it's made, and they put it together, and you have different panels and the colors, everything it's spot on with the animation. It's phenomenal. It really is fantastic, and it's worth seeing twice just to see how good it looks on the big screen, all that, because turning your head in the big screen, you miss a lot on what's going on. So it's fabulous, fantastic job on that end. But really, it comes down to the story, and the story is so well put together here, with Miles Morales, and a big focus on Gwen Stacy as well, as she's also, much like, for different reasons, much like Miles Morales, trying to be a part of something, trying to find herself as well, for different reasons, and obviously they're defining each other again here. But that was so well done. It could have been a story that could have fallen apart very easily. It could have gotten very confusing, but they kept it very concise and clear in a way you can really follow it, despite the denseness of what's happening, right, and what's going on, the repercussions because of this universe, and how it's breaking down, etc., etc. That was so well put together. The emotion is there, the humor is there as expected. Obviously, the animation is there. Everything just really works. I can't think of a single big negative on this film at all. Not even, I can probably, if I think deep enough, I can maybe nitpick at something, but nothing stands out. That's how good this film is. This film is fantastic. It really is. Believe the hype, because it's legit. And I really do think it's a much better film than the first one. I say much better. It's a better film than the first one overall. And this being a part 2 of 3, it really leads off at a point where I was kind of like, oh my God, bring on part 3, right? The way they set it up, where it leads off, man, I can't wait. I really wish I didn't have to wait a year to see how this thing resolves itself, because it not only, again, it's somewhat of a cliffhanger, but they do resolve some things, I guess, but leave it open to obviously open to continue to end in the final film. But it's done really well. Everything which comes together perfectly in this film. Absolutely, go watch it. Run to the theaters. You'll see it more than once. I know I will. You probably will too. So if you do, when you do see it, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.